Thank you, Chairman. And again, thank you all both for being here. It's great to meet you all earlier. Appreciate your work and your service. So I'm interested in DISA Thunderdome prototype, the pilot program that recently concluded. Can you give me, General Skinner, an update on that and let me know if it met all original requirements?
Senator, yes, it met all the original requirements.
Okay.
We call that prototype a success, and we're working with Honorable Sherman's team on the acquisition strategy to expand this to the enterprise.
Could you, in this setting, share kind of top line what those original requirements were?
Yes, the original requirements were, as we look at the Zero Trust, the 7 pillars of Zero Trust,
Okay.
there were 3 or 4 of those pillars that we want to make sure that we were meeting from both from an identity standpoint, as well as the capabilities that you have at the perimeter. I'll say the new perimeter as we continue to change the boundary as the Zero Trust principles. Do we have the right segmentation and the ability to segment so that if, just as in a house, if a burglar's in your house, part of the Zero Trust methodology is that you limit them to go from room to room, and to be able to micro-segment that was part of the requirements.
Thank you. How quickly can that prototype be scaled beyond DISA?
Senator, I'm hoping within months.
Okay.
As we work through the acquisition process and we work through, but we have about 1,600 individuals who are part of the pilot, and as soon as we get through the acquisition strategy, working with our vendors and the commercial companies, we want to scale fast.
Okay. Does the fiscal year 24 budget, does it provide DISA enough resources to do the scaling that you hope to do?
Yes, sir. Within the department, Zero Trust is a significant investment that the department is making in the fiscal year 24 budget.
Okay. Could you tell the committee an idea of the total attack surface across the DoD information network? And is DISA assessing commercial capabilities to actively secure access points?
Senator, as I talk in other open forums, the Department of Defense Information Network attack surface is the 3rd largest in the world, behind the United States and China when you talk about address space. And so it is a significant place, a significant sphere. We are continually upgrading our abilities and capabilities at the boundary to protect and secure, as well as continually scanning the boundary from the outside to make sure that what an adversary may see is what we'll see before them, and we can shore that up.
You mentioned China. There's others adversaries out there. What's your assessment of the current level of effort our adversaries have devoted to penetrating defense industrial base networks?
Senator, I think their effort is very high. Some of them see the defense industrial base as a soft underbelly, and that's why our work with CMMC 2.0 and our work day-to-day with our defense industrial base partners is critical moving forward, because that's where the adversary is really targeting.
And when they target those networks, what do you see as their aim? Is it intellectual property? Is it other purposes? What do you usually see?
Senator, I think, as you said, I think it's intellectual property, but also I think they're looking for a way to go upstream if there's any connection between that defense industrial base and the Department of Defense. They're looking for an upstream way also.
Thank you. What additional risk management and oversight measures might be needed to improve information security for the department and for those private partners that we just talked about, and particularly the smaller businesses that are part of the network?
Sir, I think our continuing partnership as we work with them to understand the threat vector and what their security posture is, I think is first and foremost, because in order to protect, you have to understand. And so the ability for them to sense and see what their environment is, I think, is the most important thing that we can continue to do as a partner.
Very good. Thank you both. Chair, I yield back.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Schmidt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Great to be on this subcommittee.
Good to have you.